Okay, so this is my final reflection for CI 149. So this slide asks, what did you learn from this course? How has this course changed your thinking about teaching? So I learned quite a few things from it. Classroom management was a big one. Obviously, throughout the book, it was a constant thing. It just kept coming up and kept coming up. So that was a big one. Just knowing how to apply it to your classroom. I learned how to do that. I did teach at elementary school PE for a little bit in one of my other classes, so I was able to put that in. It wasn't the greatest classroom management, but I was still able to do it, which was really, really cool. Learning that discipline and class management were two different things. Going into the book and reading it, I honestly thought that it was the same thing, and seeing that it's two different things, and how you really, if you can manage your class the right way, you really don't have to discipline anybody, so it doesn't give anybody bad feelings towards school, which was really, really cool to learn. In my opinion, it doesn't give people bad feelings towards school. Also, how to write lesson plans. I've told you plenty of times in my reflections, I wrote lesson plans for the last 3 semesters, so just learning how to write them better and then just do that was just another thing. How the course has changed my thinking about teaching. I wasn't thinking it was going to be easy to be a teacher. I really didn't think that this much time was invested into being a teacher. When I'm reading, you need to make a management plan, you need to make lesson plans, you need to, make sure you have bell work and just all this stuff, applying it to every student and making sure that the outcome for every student is the best. I knew that was part of being a teacher, but I didn't understand that a lot of it was taken home to do. So you would bring your work home with you, aside from grading and stuff like that, obviously, but it just goes to show that that's what it is. It's to be an effective teacher and a good educator, you have to bring your work home in order to apply it at work, at school, or to your teaching. The next question was, what are your major takeaways? So my major takeaways were just really being able to apply this stuff, like I said, to coaching and to teaching, realizing that the teachers that I really appreciated growing up from elementary school to high school and even in college, the job isn't easy. You guys put a lot of, blood, sweat, and tears into your lesson plans to make sure we learn the right things efficiently, and that we get our work done, and that we just understand what we're learning. I never knew that standards were a thing until I decided to be a teacher, so knowing that all these standards were implemented for me to be just to go and learn more was really, really cool. So it's just that takeaway of knowing that that teaching is something really, really special. It's actually very special, was one of my major takeaways. And the last one is, what else are you looking forward to learning throughout the program? And I'm guessing this applies to the credentials programs. So what I'm looking forward to learning is just being a better educator, a more effective educator, writing a good class management plan for PE, which isn't very easy. As I've been told, and as I've seen, and as I've taught, it's not very easy, but I want to get to that level of just, I'm right here, I'm just starting out, but I want to go and excel just to be a better educator and write those management plans to make my class super effective, and so kids can learn about movement and just be physically active. So that's one thing I'm really looking forward to learning in my credentials program, which is, I hope I learn that. I'm not sure if I'm going to, but I'm really, really hoping for it. But that's really all for my final reflection. I just wanted to say thank you, Professor Nakashian, for just always being there to message back or email or just make comments on our work, just to make us better educators. I really do appreciate it, and just thank you so much for all that you've done to open my eyes to be a better teacher.